oh my God, the bitch done snapped. So this is what friends or relatives of these individuals who went out and, done these horrific, and tragic and really just trivial type things, these are the first words that, you as a friend or relative that, know them can think of as, oh my God, the bitch done snapped. So, yeah, let's delve into this snapped phenomenon, the Oprah Oxygen, channel thing, about these, crazy ass delusional, chicks, to go around, committing these, just treacherous and heinous crimes against men. A lot of them unsuspecting men. I think about the Twilight Zone, Night Gallery, Rod Sterling. Is there like some type of precursor to this type of foolishness? Snapped. Snapping in session. Female catches her husband in the hotel lobby area coming outside, and she catches him with the mistress. She's been, finding out things about it, and she finds him with his mistress. The problem is she was babysitting their child, their daughter, and I guess she just really had to get over there right away, couldn't wait. And she had her daughter in the car with her. When he came out to take this mistress to the car, and when he was leaving his car to go to his car, she just all of a sudden hit her gas pedal and ran over him while the daughter was in the car watching in horror. And not only did she run over him, but she eventually ran over him at least 5, maybe 7 or 8 times. And yes, of course he died. But she did this with the daughter in the car. Okay? Snapped. Straight snapping. Deidre Lane, former wife of NFL running back Fred Lane, who was murdered by her, by the way. She just got released not too long ago. And the way she murdered him was, I think he came home one day and she just was standing behind the door knowing he was coming in, and basically, used a shotgun and shot him with so much force, and she was so close that his heart just jumped out of his body and fell on the ground. And then when he fell on the ground, she put the shotgun behind his head and blew his head off. I think she shot him several other times as well. And of course, she tried to set up self-defense, and it didn't work. But the thing was, she only got like 4 to 6 years, and she was already serving some time on a federal bank robbery charge that she had. Yes, she was a bank robber too. So, yeah, this girl just straight snapped. Crazy snapping. I think this chick, Monique, Tennessee, corrections officer, married 3 times, divorced. She's kicking it with this police officer. I think his name was Tony Hayes. He was a police officer. And it's highly chick, sound kind of delusional to me. But anyway, long story short, she ended up killing this man, shot him like 5 or 6 times. It was proven it wasn't self-defense the way she shot him, because he was on the ground after she shot him the first time, but every other time in the back and in the head. He was already down. It was obvious, proven beyond a doubt. And she did it because he messed around on her. She couldn't take the fact that he kept messing around on her, so she had to kill him. She had to shoot him 6 times and kill him. This happened in 2006. I think she got out in 2009 because she only got 4 years. Parole violation or something, so she had to go back. So now she'll be out in 2010. Ain't life grand? The law of snappers, sniff, sniff, sigh, sigh. I think one of the Benyon brothers, billion-dollar casino type cats, got married eventually to some chick, and basically everything about him, as far as his character is involved, loose and no common sense. So basically, somebody finally got to him, stripper chick or whatnot. But anyway, I guess he ended up moving in with her. I don't know if they got married or not. They may have, but the bottom line is he ended up being killed. And of course, she was one of the obvious suspects, and they was going through whatever they was going through to figure things out and whatnot. And it turns out that somebody that he knew, and I guess was fucking his wife or girlfriend, whatever she was, I'm assuming wife, he didn't want to end up doing it for her. And then from that point, they was trying to get away with it with the money and the hidden treasure. But again, she did it and he did it for love. the love snappers. So these females, in particular the young ones, from the teenage, the young adult, or even maybe late 20s, but still, young acting, ooh, ooh, but I really loved him. Those type of females, and in particular, the black girls, the young black girls, they were girlfriends. These girls weren't even wives yet, and then the ones that were wives, it wasn't like they was like, experienced, established wives. These was like, they was even new to the game. They were young wives. You know what I'm saying? And we don't know what type of relationship they've been through with the fathers, uncles molested them. You don't know. But the common thing is they some good looking young girls, but they definitely are not stable regardless of their education level, what they reach so far. They're not stable. But this whole like, but I love him, and then, but yet I have to kill him, and I'm going to really kill him. Is that really for love? Snap your fingers. So, young black female kills her boyfriend. I think they shot him at least 7 times, and several was headshots and heart shots. Another girlfriend did the same thing, shot her boyfriend maybe 2 or 3 times, and he ended up dying from his wounds. Another girlfriend shot a boyfriend or ex-boyfriend. You get what I'm saying? I mean, and I'm talking about more than several, and I'm talking about, black young girls, and a lot of them have gotten away with these actual crimes I'm talking about. And it all comes down to, what made you do this? I mean, first of all, he's a boyfriend or an ex-boyfriend, and the way you killed him and just hunted him down is like, but he had to die. I mean, what do you mean he had to die? He had to die. I just couldn't allow him to live. And I'm talking about, these are black young females, and going out and just treacherous and just, taking people out. Headshots, baby. Snapped. Counters to snapping. Scott Peterson. Would they even, would these bras that even thought about doing the kind of things and the foolishness for the reasons that they want to do the things they did to Scott Peterson? You think he'd have got caught up like that? Or cats like him? But I'm just using him as an example. Scott. Wife get him in flux, he ain't trying to have no kids, he got a woman on the side that he really want to be with anyway, So, next thing you know, the dog comes up missing, wife comes up missing, and of course we find out that, he cut up and whatnot, and threw out, and, rev off the boat and whatnot, So, again, Scott Peterson, what any of these broads, what any of these chicks would have thought about, every time I see some of that stuff, as a matter of fact, I see that shit, I'm like, man. And the first thing I say is, they would have never done that shit to Scott Peterson.